December 14th, 2023. Been a long day. Long day. I got better there for a while. First thing in the morning, I go in Acme on North Main in North Canton in the morning. As I go to walk in, some guy and his kid goes to walk out and said, "Don't you dare say a word to her. Do you realize how stupid Will was helping those people?" FBI agent Will, the one they said they paid off. In Ulmer on November 18th. I mean, uh, November 20th, 23, 8, 9 in the morning. The one they called a paid off dirty agent, January to March of 19. They was so corrupt he tried to steal my money in January of 19. That guy. The one on November 19th, 2023, they were screaming that Pete taped Will taking a bribe. You mean that guy? Yeah. So as I walk in, he's walking out. You can see him. They should have cameras and audio. Okay. So after I did that one, how I earned that money, people scatter. They scatter. See, they can't ask you to stay quiet. Criminal attorney, prosecutor's office, police departments, the freedom of speech. Plus, in my unique case, that agent admitted he talked to everyone. He'd been witnessed by the Norton Barberton police telling on me to Apostolic Church of Barberton, meeting with Dave Paymer, Dave's girlfriend's dad, Pete, the one that they mocked me for framing me, instead of him arresting him for being my rapist and Dave human trafficking me to Pete under drugs. The man that had been covering me with bruises, throwing up, heart racing, and severely infected. He was making fun of a rape victim being scammed in a sextortion scheme. The FBI arrested Andrew Arabic up there, photoshopping things going on people's Facebooks, Instagram, and trying to extort money. It's called sextortion. It's a 12 to 15-year sentence without touching anybody. Okay? That's how fast they should have went to jail. I talked to Officer Reinhardt in Louisville. I was telling him about the shower scene in the other room. He started giggling. Told him where I had bruises as I could explain. They're supposed to have sodium pentothal reports. He started giggling. Don't worry about it. Even the FBI had to go to jail for looking at him. It's illegal to be in somebody's home no matter what. Except for protected light cases with statements, and that agent had agreed to protect you, they couldn't even be in your home. It's illegal to even look or listen. It wouldn't even matter if they had something on somebody, they couldn't even use it or look at it. Went to the Portage County Sheriff for Ravenna Police. The same thing as the Fourth Amendment, the Constitution, the right to privacy in your own home. Plus, you have a right to remain quiet, and a right to an attorney, and a right to a fair court trial, bail, and bond. You also have freedom of speech. Only a sitting judge can take your right not to say something about something. It can only be sequestered or grand jury. The FBI is just Federal Bureau of Investigators, and they are only a higher police department. Talked to the prosecutor's office. That agent was only bullying you. He can't even ask you to stay quiet. I said, but he already acknowledged he talked to everyone. He said it doesn't matter. He was only bullying you. He doesn't have that kind of authority. So did the police out of this area say it? And a criminal attorney. He was only bullying you. He can't do that. And he can't bully you into false statements either. That's where my friend from the prosecutor's office, the only thing legal he did was list you informant with money and immunity. And as far as the FBI, they can never legally drop you. They can put you in another witness protection program, but they have to speak to you first. You can get paid for the rest of your life for trying to get them information. If you work 5 minutes a case, an hour case, and they have to protect you the rest of your life. They can never drop you. The Department of Justice put them in jail. The attorney agreed with me. What the prosecutor's office said. Talk to police out of this area. They said if this is what's going on in your area, you are not that agent's only victim. He is setting up witness protection programs, informant programs, and he's bullying people, scamming them, and then sending the money to side accounts. Not only is he taking bribes, but then he's stealing from victims. He's so dirty. What do you think of that dirty cop? Alright, today, on North Main, about 4:45 p.m., I go through McDonald's in between clients, go through the drive-thru, pull off to the side. Okay. As I'm pulling in, I Uh, Park my car. I get out and get some extra pop cans out of my car from where I've been traveling and working all day. I do home health care. Travel a lot. Okay. I'm emptying out my car into the trash can in McDonald's parking lot on North Main, across from Acme. Okay. Um, a guy walks out as I'm opening my car door to get the extra Diet Coke cans out and stuff, and he's got a lady with him. I don't know if it's his wife or his girlfriend and their child walking out. Karen's, well, is he? He's complaining. He said, "I've looked at those tapes before, and there's no way they photoshopped it. That's why nobody helped her. And I told these people she's not to get money. And then I heard that idiot ran off, and we may have to go get him." So is that Will? Hmm? Or is that a drug dealer? Or one of the corrupt agents embezzling? Because I already admitted Pete Tape Will. The lady also admitted Will took a bribe. Hmm? They admitted Will was stealing the money. October 6, 23. They have admitted everywhere that he's stealing from victims. Hmm? Was that one of the agents embezzling? Or was that another drug dealer trying to scam people? Because they made fun of FBI agent John. They fooled him June 7th, 23. I'll tell you what, my friend Jim, his son edits movies for a living. He's got an app on his phone. He does it. The movies you watch on TV. He asked him, he said, "Can you put a shower seat in the other room?" He said, "It's easy. You just click and paste it. You move it to the other room." He said he could even take an outfit that you're wearing from another clip, take that and put that on you. Okay? And so it looks like you're crazy washing. Okay? You could circle somebody's head, click on it, and put it on your body. Anything he could Photoshop. He could take words out of sentences, and because everything's digital, and then make a new sentence and tape over it, and it looks like you're saying it. He said he could do all that. It's super easy. My friend Matt has a friend with a laptop. He said he could do it too. That's where sheriffs out of this area are your local police law. Everything's digital. You can Photoshop from scenes to words. My friend Keith has a friend that works at Facebook. He said that they knew of them doing that 5 years ago to people and setting off hate crimes. From taking words out of sentences, taping over it of other words so it looks like you're saying something you didn't, and then photoshopping people's heads on other people's bodies, and then scenes, and setting off hate crimes. And that he knew they were doing it on Facebook. Okay? That's where I've talked to several different sheriffs. And then about roofies, where you're sleepwalking. I started Ohio Catholic Credit Union in 19. It should be around September of 19, August of 19. I had a drug test. Now that's when they were still, right after I had been tortured. Okay. And they were still breaking in. You couldn't even go sleep on the couch during the day. Okay. I went upstairs and some of the managers were complaining. We're not allowed to say a word. She's an informant. Her credit, because I going through a divorce, moving out, I had bills I couldn't afford to pay at first. Okay? Plus, I'm living through hell. I'm lucky to be alive. Okay? Her credit score is so low, they told us to overlook it. And when we got her drug test back, it was like a cocktail of drugs. She had all kinds of drugs in her system. I don't do drugs. And we're not allowed to say a word. They said she's an informant. See, the roofies were their date rape drug mixes. Where you're sleepwalking. Everybody, I was even talking to a client about it tonight. I said, "Do you remember LSD in the 60s where the hippies would take it and hallucinate, walk around, and not remember anything that they did?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, it's like a form of it." Told her about my neighbor Mike, about Dar, even about my friend from out of this area that somebody had, that guy being in somebody's house, didn't realize he was naked, didn't realize he was in the wrong house, walk around some lady's house. The police showed up, he's talking like it's normal, didn't even know he was undressed. You're sleepwalking with no memory. It erases. See, that's where I've talked to sheriffs out of this area. Those date rape drugs, the amnesia drugs, they are so bad. You're sleepwalking for 4 to 6 hours with no memory. We all know all about them. See, I talked to a criminal attorney. I know about those roofies. I said, you're sleepwalking. He said, oh, yeah. See, that's where my coworker dog got taken. So we have a Fourth Amendment of the Constitution. That's where even the FBI cannot be in your home. A drug cartel, your husband that's been trying to kill you, cannot hire a drug cartel to break in your door and run a sextortion scheme of stalking you. And you're waking up with marks that look like injection marks. You're running the bathroom, throwing up. You got giant bruises on you. You're going to the doctor. I don't know what happened to me. And you're not talk to anybody. Where are all these coming from? My muscles hurt. And they're like, did you fall? No. Well, maybe you're recombinant anemic. They're giving you iron pills and muscle relaxers for the pain. Your head's pounding. You got a severe personal infection. Go from regular water to wild water. You think the pH level from the water being off is making your skin infected. And then trying to make sense, logical sense of what's happening to you because you've not seen or talked to anybody. Here you've been roofied and told to say stuff, or you come in from working outside, you wash your hand, you have a 2-liter Diet Coke, and you make yourself a Diet Coke and a sandwich, you go and use the bathroom, come out, you take a drink, and all of a sudden the room gets dizzy. It's like, whoa, did I work too hard again? And then you wake up with more marks, and here you've been drugged, being raped, and drugged up, and told to say stuff. It kept happening. I've never been questioned of wrongdoing. I've never been prosecuted. I've never been found guilty. And so that idiot walking out in McDonald's was either another human trafficker or one of the agents embezzling. I told you if you show up and you confess to who you are, I will tell everybody who you are. You're either a human trafficker, still scamming people, because even the police know I'm framed by the drug cartel in stalking tapes, drugged and told to say it, and photoshopped of washing in the other room. And a sextortion scheme by the drug cartel. Because I like to see my Miranda rights. I have a right to remain quiet and an attorney. I like to see it. I like to see the court order for them to be in my home before. There's no such thing but protected like cases with statements. Even the police will tell you that. Nobody talked to me about the threats of my life until I talked to the FBI. Huh? So I want to see your court order. Otherwise, they're peaking tomboyism stalking tapes by the drug cartel in a big sextortion scheme. Running a big scam here. That's why they laugh at people how they fool them. It's a big scam. Photoshopping a washing, drugging somebody up with a roofie, tell them to say something, come, go do something, and they don't remember. It's real funny roofing women and raping them, huh? So they have no idea who violated them. It's real funny beating on a woman. She just wakes up with bruises and she doesn't even know who touched her. It's real funny violating women. So the FBI in the Canton, Akron area thinks it's funny raping women. They think it's funny that the human traffickers are human trafficking women. FBI agent John and FBI agent Will thinks it's funny women being raped. They promote it, right? That the drug cartel, they promote sextortion schemes. Fraud schemes, because it took my friend from the prosecutor's office 30 seconds. It's a fraud scheme. Anything can be photoshopped. He even said that. They probably did put that shower scene in the other room. And where you had bruises you couldn't explain and you were so sick, and it's verified by the doctor. They probably were date rape drugging you and telling you to say something stupid so you wouldn't know. So the FBI agent Will and FBI agent John promotes rape of women. Human trafficking of women, right? They promote sextortion schemes, right? And fraud schemes against women. Oh, and sex trafficking videos of women? and kiddie porn of children going potty on porn sites. They promote violating women and children and fraud schemes to extort money out of human trafficking victims that an occult hired a drug cartel to kill, and it didn't work, so they decided to frame her. Run a big scam. Is that what they're saying? See, like that police officer out of this area, that's what's going on here. You didn't get your money, and he left you up there. You're not his only victim. He's setting up these informant cases and these witness protection programs, and he's side filtering the money and then feeding the victims back. And it's a big scam he's running. So that guy walking, they need to do a face. McDonald's have cameras. My car's bugged. So human trafficker, one that, you know what's something? These people that are selling women and children for sex slaves and to be murdered, they have families, but they want them to do it to their kids. Slaughter them like pigs? Like you did to other people's children? Or rape them and let other men attack them? You won't want it done to your family. But you sure do promote it on other people. So FBI Agent John and FBI Agent Will promote human trafficking. See, that's where my friend from the prosecutor's office, Officer Reinhardt, in Louisville, Portage County Sheriff, Ravenna Police, it's illegal to look and listen. The Ashland Police, nothing they have is admissible. Those agents breaking federal constitutional laws, the right to privacy over your home. Nobody can be in it. Protected like cases with statements and entrapment if they do it. Otherwise, it's talking tapes, peeking Tom. Get a lot of trouble for that. They were to be arrested the first day. See, that's where Sheriff David is Mike DeWine's cousin. He's a friend of mine. He said, what's wrong with your local police? They should have arrested that agent for the way he talked to you. That retired judge cannot go around breaking in people's homes or be hired to stalk them. And let alone do all those things. He should have been arrested the first day, and they should have put you in a safe house. Both of them should have went to jail for their part of this. I'll tell you what, even Officer Reinhardt Louisville, Portage County can't even work a case against you in your whole life. They go to jail. With it being a retired judge from that county, friends and family, they can't even work a case against you. And when I confronted them, they knew nothing because Dave hired Pete on his own, his girlfriend's dad, in the drug cartel. Like the retired judge in Florida, human trafficking people. The Latinos said they worked for Pete, the M13 Mexican drug cartel, selling U.S. citizens. That's who FBI Agent John and FBI Agent Will's helping. And he already told on me to that church. Took a payoff from my ex-husband and the drug cartel. And apparently taped by them taking it. And then all these witnesses of him taking bribes. And then opening a real case with statements. Then feeding his informant back and stealing her money. And laughing at the poor rape victim. How she's being scammed by the drug cartel. That's why they make fun of the FBI. June 7th, 23. Walmart 62, they make fun of FBI Agent John, how they fooled him. Photoshopping a washing and a roofie confession. I never talked to anybody. My whole family defended me. I taped my ex-husband defending me. We talked about all our kids defending me. Well, a couple of them. And then I got the other ones taped. My daughter-in-law's defending me. Police taped them all defending me. Grandkids. One set made up mean games to pretend for Pete's daughter, Michelle, because Dave was dating her while we were married. And they wanted her to get the house because they thought she was pathetic. And they would have to actually lie to get that girl a house. And they didn't even work out. Huh? Because they had to sink that low. And then the police already taped him, telling him a lie. The kids stayed in there were lying on Thanksgiving 18. And then 4 ratting him out to a bunch of adults. They were mean games of pretend. And they're documenting mean games of pretend. I have a video on Florida telling a bunch of adults they were pretending. I want to play my whole family defended me. Including the asshole, because I expected him to. He defended me. So they're talking about sexual predators stalking me, photoshopping scenes in a sextortion scheme, and breaking in and roofing me and telling me to say stuff so I'd be sleepwalking. In a sextortion scheme. Some guy they offered to let him watch those tapes before. I said, no, thank you. I already heard she's framed, and I realized what kind of drugs they were using on her. So why bother? It's actually illegal to. Like Reinhardt said, you don't realize how illegal it is to even look at them. Go to jail for it. Every constitutional right broke is 1 to 10. That's how illegal it was for them to look at him. Within a sextortion scheme. I'm going to upload this.